actually made me to leave is, if they talk about pray, I don't pray. So when somebody is saying that when your marriage is not working, pray. You know they walk. Goat where one lost go lost. There's another that said dog where one lost. You know they hear your own voice. If not pray, I don't pray. I'm a prayerful somebody. If not hustling, I don't sell for, I don't sell charcoal. I don't do house girl work, not for myself. I was this type that carry the man. I take him like my God. I keep me behind. I carry the family in my front. Like, I just want to be a helpmate. I just want to help. I was looking older than my age. When I was 24, I was looking like a 35-year-old woman.
So this sister's experience is proof of the fact that when they told you that a wise woman builds her home and they were lying to you. A wise couple builds their home, right? Because no matter how hard a wise woman builds, no matter even if she turns into an ant and builds an ant colony all by herself, as long as the man is not interested in building, as long as he's actively destroying, even if it takes her whole lifetime, she cannot build anything of value. So I am glad that she was able to come to that understanding that they lied. Another thing is when they keep telling you, oh, just pray, pray. You cannot allow another person to come in and break your home. If you lock the door and you fortify your house, but there is someone living in that house that opens the door to the thief, that's when the thief will come in. We need to talk about this, and the church needs to own up on the role they have played in telling this one-sided story about who it is that actually needs to build a marriage. So basically, she was the embodiment of a wise woman. She put her family before herself. She was carrying her husband as if he was her God. She was praying for her husband to change. She was, being industrious. She was a provider in that family. Yet her marriage fell apart. So, like I said, you can lay down your life, but it will never solve your marriage problems. So if you're the kind of person that has subscribed to marriage advice that tells you to keep doing and keep doing, one day it will change, and you are not seeing any effort or any interest on the part of your man, it is time for you to stop. Don't buy into that mistake of, okay, sunken cost fallacy. Oh, I've done so much, we've been here it's been 10 years already, I cannot give up. Man, it's better for you to give up in the 10th year than for you to come to the 36th year and you end up being abandoned and kicked out. So we need to talk about the reality. It's easy to want to hide our head in the sand and keep praying, okay, this one is beyond me. So some lessons that we can learn from her experience include the following. You need to find yourself in God and purpose before marriage, because many interpretations of scripture surrounding marriage are biased in favor of men because of patriarchal conditioning and all that. So, and when I say finding yourself in God and purpose, I'm not talking about religion. I mean that you need to understand that you are not less than men, both in and out of marriage, because God himself says that he made male and female in his image and likeness. And he gave us the same mandate, the same fivefold mandate. So whether you are married or you are single, you are full and you are complete in God. When you understand that, then I think that's a very important foundation to put in place. Because if you are thinking that there's something that makes men more special than you, then you are more likely to fall for those religious lies and gimmicks that are out there. Next, you need to refuse to carry the burden of making your relationship work all by yourself. When you enter into your relationship and you think you're on the same footing and you keep trying, but once you notice that it's only you that is doing that job, it's time for you to step aside. Put up firm boundaries, because the Bible itself says that we, as wise people, we should not throw our pearls to the swine. So your time is life, basically. So throwing your time and your effort at swine, which is basically people who are not worth your effort, is not wisdom. So Bible says that when you throw your pearls to the swine, they're going to trample it underfoot and come after you. And that we see a lot of that in relationships. When maybe a woman, she's giving her all, she's praying, she's fasting, she's doing everything they say she should do as a good wife, as a wife material. And after doing it all, the man still comes after her, embarrasses her publicly, puts her to open shame. You don't want to do that. Enter that marriage with the hope that it will work if you want to marry. But once you are in there and you see that you're the only one making the effort, it's time for you to step aside. Put up your boundaries. Let it be aura for aura, as they say. I'm telling you, it's important. Now, another thing is, don't just pray. Hold your partner accountable. That's another thing. They just tell women, just pray, pray. No, we don't pray. If the government is misbehaving, we go for riots, we go for rallies and protests and all those kind of things, right? We come out and we speak. That's why even there's checks and balances in government, right? We have the opposition party that holds the government to account. So in the same way, Bible says, watch and pray. If you're going to pray, there's a side of things where you pray and ask God for wisdom on how to navigate. It doesn't mean about how to please the man, especially if the man is not making the effort. So hold them accountable. Even if they are not comfortable, you need to come to a place, be someone that gets comfortable with confrontation, right? Because a lot of us women, they teach us femininity is about keeping quiet and allowing people to walk over you. No, the most feminine thing you can do, the most human thing you can do is to stand up for yourself, to stand up for yourself, because it is inbuilt in you. You might have it in you and you're not complaining, but the fact that you're not complaining doesn't mean that inside of you is not revolting. So when the inside is crying out and saying this is not fair, it's time for you to speak up. Even if they call you a nag, go ahead and nag and nag, and if they will not listen, it's time for you to make necessary decisions. And once you're in a relationship, if you find out that there's a continuous pattern of choosing to sabotage the relationship and the family's unity, then just walk away. Staying longer will only expose you to more pain and possibly jeopardize your life and even your ability to live down the line. So, in summary, what I'm trying to say is this: if you've been praying for years unending for a man who has chosen to disconnect from you emotionally and in every way, it's time for you to stop. Count your losses and move on. You deserve better than that. There are some battles that you just choose not to fight. Okay. So even the Bible itself teaches that infidelity is a just cause to walk away. So why are they teaching us to pray over spilled milk? Once the person walks out and he has made it a pattern, there's no need praying over spilled milk. There's no need. Save your breath. Work on yourself. Grieve over what you feel you've lost, find yourself and move on. Don't let anybody make you continue to stay, because sometimes you end up staying, there's only one child in the equation. Before you know it, two, three, four, five children come in, and there's no way to go out. It becomes super hard. So, my dear, if you've just only been praying, it's time for you to rethink. Don't waste your prayers on somebody who is choosing to act like a swine. Save your prayer, save your pearls for yourself, because you deserve better than that.